doing some reading here, so try not to fall asleep on me. Matthew chapter 6. Let's see what he taught here. In Matthew 6, y'all are familiar with a lot of the things we're going to piece together today, but I want to do the whole complement of the study and draw a conclusion on all this. In Matthew chapter 6, verse 19, he says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, where thieves do not break through nor steal." Now, folks, I can tell you, this and what he just said there is not some type of metaphoric type of conversation. It's not this illustrious illustration on how you should kind of live your life. This means exactly what it says, as it says it, where it says it. When he says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust does corrupt, where thieves break through and steal," the treasures are your valuables. I mean, when a thief breaks in, he's coming to get your goods. All right? That's not a metaphor for anything. It is what it is. A treasure is a treasure. It's a profitable thing to you. It belongs to you. So the Lord said, don't lay up for those things where they can have it. In other words, all of your goods, your wealth, your investment, all of those things, don't lay up. Don't have a part with them. Watch what he says further down in verse 25. He says, "Therefore," in other words, in conclusion of what I just said earlier, "Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, what you shall drink, nor yet for your body what you shall put on. Is not the life more than meat, and the body than raiment?" And folks, that verse there, that's not a metaphor verse. That's not, well, you ought to, what he's saying is don't be focused in on those things about what you're going to eat, what you're going to drink, and what you're going to put on. Because we all get so caught up in those things, and we put God on a shelf. Well, that's not what he's saying there. He's saying take no thought. In other words, once you branch out from your treasures, you're pretty independent. In our country, we call that street people, to be perfectly honest with you. When you branch out from your connection of a job, you branch out from your connection from all financial securities, you're out there with nothing. So he tells them, take no thought about your clothes, your food, your meat. Don't worry about that. God's going to provide for you. These are not just helpful hints in day-to-day life. This is how they had to live. If they were going to follow the Lord, they had to take this into consideration. Look at Matthew 19.